The following program is presented by Chick-fil-A South Florida and Bright Star Credit Union.
Reef High takes on Coral Springs Charter tonight on School Duel. Welcome to School Duel, where 24 South Florida high schools battle it out. Now, tonight's game features Coral Reef High versus Coral Springs Charter High, and what should be quite a showdown. And to provide an environment as safe as possible, as you can see, we are all wearing masks. Okay, before we begin, let's go ahead and see what these students are playing for. First off, both teams will win beautiful trophies courtesy of our sponsor, EDCO Awards and Specialties. Thank you, EDCO. And for the runner-up tonight, each player from that school will receive $50 from our sponsor, Bright Star Credit Union. Thank you, Bright Star. Now, last but not least, for the winners, well, each of these students will walk away with free chicken sandwiches for an entire year, courtesy of Chick-fil-A South Florida. As you know, we appreciate Chick-fil-A South Florida. Thank you so much for sponsoring. All right, let's get started. Our opening round is called First Strike, and in this round, it's school versus school. Each question is worth 10 points, and any question answered incorrectly gives the other school a chance to steal. All right, schools, prepare for the first strike. First question deals with Broadway. One verse in this song says, "Nobody in all of Oz, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down." Caitlin?
Wicked.
Incorrect. Coral Reef, give the two-word title of this song sung by Elphaba in the musical Wicked. Edward?
Emerald City.
Incorrect. It's Defying Gravity. Spelling. A student who skips grades in school because she is very smart for her age might be described as precocious. Spell precocious. Eric?
P-E-R-C-O-C-I-O-U-S.
Incorrect. Coral Springs Charter? Aiden?
P-R-E-C-O-C-I-O-U-S.
Correct. All right, another question. This one has to do with authors. This contemporary American author's works for adults include Summer Sisters, while her works for middle schoolers include Blubber. Name this writer, best known for a group of stories about a boy named Fudge and the novel, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. That author's name is Judy Blume. Tourism. Tourists often visit this country's Himeji Castle and the Torii Path. Yes, Edward?
Japan.
Very good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the What Am I question, brought to you by the Museum of Discovery and Science in Fort Lauderdale. Here, our contestants are given a clue about something or someone, and then they're showed a picture that will slowly reveal itself. So, here goes. This Greek god was the father of Triton. Identify this brother of Zeus associated with horses. Yes, Aiden?
Poseidon.
Excellent, good job. And according to Homer's Odyssey, Poseidon supported the Greek side in the Trojan War, and according to Plato, he ruled the legendary city of Atlantis. Next question, studying abroad. It is named for the Englishman who originally funded it. Name this program that selects 32 American college students each year to spend a year studying for free at Oxford University. Philip?
Rhodes.
Orchestras. Beginning with the same prefix as in philosophy, what is a synonym for a symphony orchestra? Edward?
Philharmonic.
Very good. Household math. Bill is putting new tile on the floor of his bathroom, which is a rectangle with dimensions 6 feet by 10. How many square feet of tile does Bill need for the job? Yes, Caitlin?
60.
Excellent. Ancient Egypt. A recently translated papyrus from ancient Egypt explains this 70-day process in detail. Name this process. Philip?
Mummification.
Very good. Oh, there's our horn. That means the end to the first strike round. Coral Springs Charter is leading with 50 points. Coral Reef has 20 points, but don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with more School Duel after these messages.
Junior Achievement provides a curriculum where students can build and prepare how to be accomplished, successful adults.
It's a budgeting, financial literacy, personal finance program that we're doing with the school system.
They're going to play out life scenarios, really learning how to live out a lifestyle within their means and budget.
The kids learn it and they bring it back home, and it really helps the entire family. And it begins to start impacting schools, and it'll impact our nation.
BECON-TV would like to thank the following sponsors for making School Duel possible.
To School Duel, the first round of action ended with Coral Springs Charter leading. They have 50 points. Coral Reef has 20 points. Now, before we begin the second round, let's take a minute to meet this week's competitors from each school. Let's start with the Coral Reef Barracudas. Welcome. All right, we're going to start off with Burke, who's a senior. Question of the day, Burke. Is there a career field you're looking into going into?
I would like to be a computer scientist.
All right. Edward, you're a senior. Same question for you.
I hope to pursue a career in foreign relations.
Nice. And the captain of Coral Reef's team, his name is Eric, and he's a senior too. What are you going to be doing?
So as of the moment, I'm undecided, but I'd love to go into a career that involves both mathematics and computer science.
All right. Very nice. All right. Now let's meet your competitors. They are the Coral Springs Charter Panthers. Welcome. Let's start with Philip. He's a senior. Philip, is there a career field you'd like to go into?
I'd like to be an economic policy analyst.
Wow, very specific. I like it. Caitlin, you're a senior. What are you thinking of doing?
I really like healthcare, so I'm planning on being a nurse practitioner.
All right, excellent. The captain of Coral Springs Charter's team is Aiden. He's a senior. Take the floor.
I want to go into business and marketing.
All right, awesome. Let's hear it for both schools. And now that we know everyone, let's take a minute to move on to round two, the Joust, presented by Public Supermarkets. Here, a player from each school competes head-to-head with toss-up questions. The winner gets 3 bonus questions for their school, and all questions are worth 10 points. All right, schools, it is time to joust. Now, normally we would have the players come to the joust desk to compete, but this year players will stay at their podiums. Our first players competing are our captains, Eric and Aiden. Here's your toss-up question, worth 10 points. What Catholic nun won a Nobel Peace Prize for her humanitarian, Aiden?
Mother Teresa.
Very good. All right, Coral Springs Charter. The following bonus questions all deal with phrases containing the word mother. Bonus question number 1, Coral Springs Charter. This hyphenated term refers to your spouse's mom. Philip.
Mother-in-law.
Correct. Bonus question number 2. This elderly woman in a nursery rhyme went to the cupboard, but it was bare. That's Old Mother Hubbard. Bonus question number 3. Also called nacre, it's the iridescent inside lining of an oyster shell. That would be a mother of pearl. All right, we have Caitlin and Edward. Here we go. Here's your toss-up question worth 10 points. In geometry, what object is formed by two rays that begin at the same point, but, Edward?
An angle.
Very good. All right, Coral Reef, here we go. The following bonus questions all deal with terms from geometry. Bonus question number 1. The side of a right triangle that is opposite the right angle. Eric?
Hypotenuse.
Excellent. And bonus question number 2. A three-dimensional solid with 6 square faces. Eric?
Cube.
Good. Bonus question number 3. What is the name for a 7-sided polygon? Eric?
Heptagon.
Excellent. Good job. All right, my last two are Burke and Phillip. Here's your toss-up question worth 10 points. Which 19th century U.S. inventor developed the idea of interchangeable parts in machinery after he invented the cotton gin? That would be Eli Whitney. Here's your extra question. This man filed over 1,000 patents in his life, including one for a system for distributing electricity. Name this inventor, known as the Wizard of Menlo Park, who also invented the phono... Yes, Burke?
Thomas Edison.
Very good. All right, Coral Reef, the following bonus questions all deal with identifying 19th century inventors. Bonus question number 1. He developed the telegraph and the code used to send messages with it. Yes, Edward?
Morse.
Good job. Bonus question number 2. In 1876, this man raced Elisha Gray to the patent office to file his patent for the telephone. Yes, Burke?
Alexander Graham Bell.
Good job. And the last question. After inventing it, he captained his steamboat from New York City to Albany. His name is Robert Fulton. And there's my buzzer. That means the end to the joust. We have a closer game now. Coral Reef is leading now with 90 points. Coral Springs Charter has 70 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more School Duel after these messages.
It must be fate that his cap and gown are the same color he wore for his kindergarten graduation. It's the same rascally smile, that hasn't changed. But he stands there, so sure, so ready to take on the world. He has arrived. It's hard not to resist and push against the door that's closing, but you give in a little, because the future is wide open. From each little moment to every major milestone, Publix, proud supporter of education.
There were these kids and they were doing this weird thing with their hands and...
Well, it's not up to you. I already made my decision.
But don't just go through the motions. Embrace them. Take it all in. Breathe, focus, then go.
You know, we've been raised to be leaders and be responsible and don't be a follower. And that's exactly what we're doing right now.
Coming up on Broward Teen News.
What's Broward High School?
We're here at Cooper City High School.
We're at Stoneman Douglas High School.
Cypress Bay edition of Broward Teen News.
Broward Teen News starts now.
BTN is South Florida's only teen-produced news program, produced by a different Broward High School every month. Broward Teen News, South Florida's student-produced news show by teens for teens.
BECON-TV would like to thank the following sponsors for making School Duel possible.
welcome back to School Duel, where local high schools match wits. Today's game has Coral Reef High competing against Coral Springs Charter High School. Currently our score, Coral Reef has 90 points, Coral Springs Charter has 70 points. It is now time for the rapid action round, and during this round, each school receives an identical category of questions to answer quickly by themselves. Now, since Coral Springs Charter is trailing, they get to go first, while Coral Reef waits outside the studio for their turn with the same questions. All right, today's category starts with R as in Romeo. In this category, the answer contains a word that starts with the letter R as in Romeo. Each question is worth 10 points, and remember, you must answer them quickly or the judge will move you on. So, here comes rapid action. Coral Springs Charter, let's cue the music and let's begin. Baseball team that plays its home games at Fenway Park. Caitlin?
Red Sox.
Four-letter antonym of well done or common.
Rare.
Name shared by the currencies of Pakistan and India. Aiden.
Rupee.
English king, nicknamed the Lionheart. Yes,
Robert.
Philip. What's left of an ancient building after centuries of decay? Aiden.
Ruin.
Examples of these in Asia include the Mekong, Yangtze, and the Indus. Philip.
Rivers.
Disney movie about Remy, a rodent who wants to be a chef. Philip.
Ratatouille.
Landlocked African country with the capital, Kigali. Philip.
Rhodesia.
A Confederate soldier or an athlete from the University of Mississippi. Philip.
Rebel.
Barbadian singer and fashion designer whose last name is Fenty. Caitlin.
Rihanna.
Very good. We got through all of our questions. Good job. Let's hear it for Coral Springs Charter. All right, now with a little TV magic, let's go ahead and bring in Coral Reef High. And welcome back, Coral Reef. Now it's your turn with these same questions. Today's category starts with R as in Romeo. In this category, the answer contains a word that starts with the letter R as in Romeo, and each question is worth 10 points. Now remember, you must answer these quickly or the judge will move you on, okay? So let's cue music and begin. Baseball team that plays its home games at Fenway Park. Edward.
The Red Sox.
Four-letter antonym of well done or common. Eric.
Rare.
Name shared by the currencies of Pakistan and India. Eric.
Rupee.
English king nicknamed the Lionheart. What's left of an ancient building after centuries of decay? Edward.
Ruins.
Examples of these in Asia include the Mekong, Yangtze, and the Indus. Edward.
River.
Disney movie about Remy, a rodent who wants to be a chef. Eric.
Ratatouille.
Landlocked African country with the capital, Kigali. Edward.
Rwanda.
A Confederate soldier or an athlete from the University of Mississippi. Burke.
Rebel.
Barbadian singer and fashion designer whose last name is Fenty. Edward.
Rihanna.
All right, good job, Coral Reef. Good job to both teams. They got through all of their questions, only missing one. So let me give you the answer to that one. The English king, nicknamed the Lionheart, is Richard I. All right, that ends the rapid action round. We do have a close game. Coral Reef is leading. They have 180 points. Coral Springs Charter has 150 points. We're going to take a short break, and then we will be back for the final showdown to see which school wins this School Duel game.
Junior Achievement provides a curriculum where students can build and prepare how to be accomplished, successful adults.
It's a budgeting, financial literacy, personal finance program that we're doing with the school system.
They're going to play out life scenarios, really learning how to live out a lifestyle within their means and budget.
The kids learn it and they bring it back home, and it really helps the entire family. And it begins to start impacting schools, and it'll impact our nation.
BECON-TV would like to thank the following sponsors for making School Duel possible.
For joining us, we are back with School Duel, and we've got a good game going. As Coral Reef is holding on to their lead over Coral Springs Charter, our current scores is 180 to 150. It is now time for the final showdown, and this is the last round. Our schools go against each other again with toss-up questions, but this time these questions are worth 20 points. Now, just a reminder, if a question is answered incorrectly, the other school has a chance to steal and answer it correctly. Now, this is for the win. It is time for the final showdown. Comic books. Which comic book character's birth name, Kal-El, was given to him by his parents on the planet Krypton shortly before it was destroyed? Yes, Aiden?
Superman.
Monarchs. These people were monarchs in what country? Charles the Fat, Charlemagne, and King Louis. Yes, Edward?
France.
Sports teams. Its new NHL team is called the Kraken. Name this. Yes, Philip?
Seattle.
Spelling. Meaning, watching someone to see what they do, spell the word surveillance. Aiden.
SURVEILLANCE.
Chemicals. What chemical's formula is KOH? Burke.
Potassium hydroxide.
Books. Ruth Bader Ginsburg's book, I Dissent, tells of her years serving on what government body? Philip?
The Supreme Court.
Museums. Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa is displayed in a, Edward?
The Louvre.
U.S. states. Which state was the birthplace of U.S. President James Madison and is now home to James Madison University? Caitlin.
Virginia.
Cars. What car maker produces models called the Titan, the Leaf, the Rogue, and the Sentra? Edward?
Nissan.
Numbers. The square root of this number is considered to be the first irrational number discovered. Identify. Eric?
2.
The Old Testament. In the Old Testament, what prophet was allegedly swallowed by a large fish for 3 days? Aiden?
Job.
Incorrect. Coral Reef? Edward?
Judas.
Incorrect. It's Jonah. Medical terms. What medical term refers to each 3-month period of a 9-month pregnancy? Edward.
Trimester.
U.S. history. What 2 U.S. states both joined the Union in 1959, making them the most recent states to do so, Philip?
Alaska and Hawaii.
Economist. What economist wrote the classic 1776 book? Philip?
Adam Smith.
Story settings. What continent is the setting of Ernest Hemingway's short story, The Snows of... Yes, Edward?
South America.
Incorrect. Coral Springs Charter. What continent is the setting of Ernest Hemingway's short story, The Snows of Kilimanjaro? Philip?
Asia.
Incorrect. It's Africa. Capitals. Zagreb is the capital of what Balkan nation that contains the historical region? Philip?
Serbia.
Incorrect. Coral Reef? Yes, Burke?
Croatia.
Fast math. If x equals 3 and y equals 4, what is the value of x squared plus y squared? Eric.
25.
Shakespeare. What Shakespeare title character is also the bad guy in the Robin Hood legends and the real-life monarch who signed the Magna Carta? Edward.
King John.
Actors. What actor was a quarterback for the UCLA Bruins before starring as... Yes, Burke?
Troy Aikman.
Incorrect. Coral Springs Charter. What actor was a quarterback for the UCLA Bruins before starring as Leroy Jethro Gibbs on the TV series NCIS? His name is Mark Harmon. Mythology. Who is the Roman god of the underworld, equivalent to the Greek Hades and the namesake Edward?
Pluto.
Poetry. What type of poem did John Keats dedicate to indolence, to melancholy, to a Grecian urn, and to a nightingale? Edward.
Sonnet.
Incorrect. Caitlin.
Villanelle.
Incorrect. It's an ode. Reptiles. Green sea, loggerhead, and leatherback are all types of what? Yes, Edward?
Turtles.
French. Oh, that sound brings an end to this School Duel game as Coral Reef pulls away. They're ending with 400 points. Coral Springs Charter is ending with 290 points. But congratulations to Coral Reef. You guys are all winning Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches for an entire year, courtesy of Chick-fil-A South Florida. Congratulations. Now, of course, everyone, so let's hear it for both schools. And at this time, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors for making School Duel possible, and of course, you at home for watching. Don't forget to check out our website at schoolduel.tv, where you can find out more about the schools involved, and you can watch past shows. Now, please remember to hashtag School Duel to contact us through social media, and most importantly, make sure that you tune in next week to School Duel Thursday at 8 p.m. as Coral Glades High takes on Western High, and what should be another great game. Goodbye, everyone.
School Duel was brought to you by Chick-fil-A South Florida and Bright Star Credit Union.